Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Hey, guys, checking in with the Texas head coach before the game. Even though their opponent today is not ranked in the top 25, Coach has been warning his players all week. Do not overlook anyone. We have to be the best version of ourselves today. I'll keep you posted on how it's going at halftime. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Bulldogs kickoff unit is ready, and so is this home crowd. They've been waiting on the season, and here we go. On the return, it's Bishop. He gets a block. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Texas. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. So Louisiana Tech's offense will have the football first. And this guy doubtless will be a huge part of the game plan. Going to be interesting to see how involved he is in this offense from the very start. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Looking downfield, it's Hebert. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Man, just find ways to find the big fellas. Those big tight ends are huge targets for the quarterbacks. The throws are usually in between the numbers. That makes it pretty easy. Usually sure-handed guys like that just come across the field and make plays for you.
Tells to run, wants to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
I think one of the reasons this offense is so dynamic in the passing game is they've got multiple receivers that can hurt you throwing it. First play of the game, they get a first down throwing it to one receiver. And now in the second play, they get another first down throwing it to a different guy. As a defense, you don't know which guy to double cover. This is going to be a real cat and mouse game for the rest of this one.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Snap in the shotgun. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
Third and long right here. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. So Texas's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. Luke Kromenhoek, the former Mississippi State player, came over through the portal in the offseason. There was a lot of interest in him in the offseason. He's a guy that they are excited to give the reins to this offense.
And, man, you've heard about this name in college football, and you heard about it in the portal. Everybody wanted to go get this stud to play QB for their squad. And now he's here. He's in your system. You got him under center. You got him making plays for you. This is a moment that's been very anticipated. Palmer, he's got experience. Do you still expect some nerves from this young man, though?
I think so, and I think what's dangerous is you want to prove everybody right away and try to throw for 500 yards in the first quarter. You just got to play within yourself, play within this offense. Trust me, this coaching staff, they're excited to unleash him today. But he's got to be able to play within himself. If he does that, I think he's lights out.
Quickly out to the tight end. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Simon. Breaks into the open. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
The Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. But he's got room. He's brought down the run of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Longhorns had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Caught. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the wideout. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking for a man. It's Croman Hope. He got it. They will score. Touchdown, Longhorns. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first, 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. They're all over it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Right side, it's Brooks. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to make one miss. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Up to 45 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the first game of the season. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking downfield, it's Croman Hope. Finds his tight end. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Long way to go on second down. Quick give, it's Wilson. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6. And the Longhorns are facing 3rd and inches. Caught. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Hits inside. It's Brooks. That's a way to get some breathing room. He's got 5 out to the 9-yard line. They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Just gets rid of it before the heat.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Touchdown, Longhorn! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they can become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Makes the quick grab. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. Let's take a second to think about Louisiana Tech. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country. But you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys have decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Come on.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Looking for a man. It's Abear. Going over the top. Goes high to pull it in. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Sells the run, looking to pass. Gets it to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brooks. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. Middle of the end zone. He's got it.
Well, needless to say, they needed that touchdown. They're down by a lot of points here in this game, and finally something goes right for them offensively. They put the drive together. They score here at the end of the first half. Now, in the second half, they need a lot more of this, and they're going to have to go tempo. They're going to have to stay aggressive, but maybe this gives them the confidence they need to stage a comeback. We'll see.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. From the gun, it's Simon. Crosses to 35. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll give it to him again. Breaks the tackle. Got enough for the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. The Longhorns will boot it away to start the second half. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it out nearly to the 35-yard line, corralled and brought down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Tells the run, lost a pass. Under heat, and he gets rid of it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
To the air, it's Hebert. Fires to the tight end.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Turning it on. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Often,
He's got it out. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his second of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. Louisiana Tech starts this drive as the offense goes on the attack. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. Straight ahead, it's Brooks. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't connect on his first throw.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Fires to the big fella. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first. Grabbed in the middle. It's Townsend. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
Just keeps swinging it. Rush right in his face. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that third down.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On third down, Someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
Here comes the heat. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. 3rd quarter opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Hebert. Throws for the tight end. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Here on the Texas sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying, we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Play action on 1st down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Out wide right, it's Wilson. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Yeah, and bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
They'll run the counter. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Out wide left, it's Curry. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And guys, they'll try to make up for a couple of unproductive plays here on 3rd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw, it's Bear. Oh, pressure's coming. He's got it. Tried to find some running room, but there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5. And hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Got to make the play on 4th. He's got his man across the middle. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Fresh set of downs going up top. In the backfield, it's Brooks. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, gonna throw it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Oh, he's got some space. The 20, the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He stopped right at the 35, almost found a little room for a big return, but they get him on the ground right there. On the draw, it's Brooks.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
3rd and long coming up. Dropping back, it's Bear. Firing to the right, complete. Still on his feet at the 45. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for